guns, we have Ram all the way from London, and he was the man behind the scenes of my E39 BMW seat restoration. So Ram helped me out with that entire procedure over the phone, and now he's all the way here in Chicago, ready to hopefully fix my McLaren interior.
Absolutely, no, great timing.
It's a little rough, the steering wheel mostly.
The steering wheel, yes, I think, you know, looking at it, a lot of the paint's just come off, but I think that can easily be fixed. All right, so step one with any restoration is to make sure that we clean the surface very, very well.
And what are you using?
I'm using our nice rapid load spinnet, so it's safe to use. So right now I'm just going to do this bit first, just to make sure we get to the real colour underneath. Okay, that to me looks like sort of the real colour.
When I go to body shops, it's just freehand.
Freehand, I mean,
wow.
It's up there.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Transforming. It's all up
the wrap, but we want to remove a lot of dirt on there, so.
Yeah. I was gonna say, when I drive this car, I'm always kind of driving it like down here, so I'm like.
Any clear coat or top, not only remove grease, but it's also going to get rid of any clear coat or top coat that's left on there, and you really want to scrub it very, very well. Go to town with it.
Wow. Look at that. Even after scrubbing, that is insane.
Yeah. And that's just a combination of some dye, but a lot of grease, because grease, once penetrated inside, always turns into a darker color.
All right, here comes the sanding. All right, so now we're wiping this down again. So I'm not as good as Rand. So
the sponge a little bit, you can just start wiping it on the surface. The wipe, yeah. Yep. You got some there, so.
So wipe it all.
Yeah.
Immediately get into drying.
You can just carry on. I'll keep drying on the side.
Oh, okay. We're done with the white part of the steering wheel. Just taking the tape off right now. I mean, look at this, guys. This is very, very exciting stuff after we let it dry. Dry and friction.
Steering wheel from the right.
Like, are we really going to be able to fix that? And this is 100%, guys. It has that factory satin kind of sheen to it now, and it's protected. And for the seats, we're spraying the dye and friction blocker with the gun, so it'll go on smoothly and even. He's using the heat gun to cure it.
Yeah, dry it evenly and quickly so you don't get any rot.
With this, a very grimy and worn out looking interior, the steering wheel being the worst offender, and the driver's seat coming in a close second. And we went all the way from that to this. So we just got done cleaning up all of the carpets, everything this. So we just got done cleaning up all of the carpets. Everything is shampooed, and honestly, you cannot matches the seats. Complete interior, been clean. And Terra headliner as well in excellent condition. Too bad. Huge thanks to I'll leave the link. Hey, don't ask, Greg. We cleaned up the exterior a little bit. I was cleaning this area here. I popped open the gas door and it broke. So now we have tape. Luckily, it's a satin finish clear tape that blends right in with the. We cleaned the rest of the McLaren and it is looking fantastic.
Nothing.
It's so much more enjoyable to drive this car now that the interior is refreshed. And then hopefully see what's going on with that. 250. This thing is mint. But you know we're quite a logo. You can easily see anyone. 60 F&I. If you guys had a check engine light with these codes, here you go. Here's some easy stuff. If you don't want all those for click on CAmoranth the back. There we go. Okay. All right, didn't ruin anything cheap. Or you can get this part from, I'm not gonna lie, this is bad. And this is $80 at McLaren, or you can get this part from Home Decor Hardware. And it was only $1.96. So this little latch that's used to hold the fuel door shut on a McLaren is also used in kitchen cabinetry and in drawers, like stuff probably home. It's that cheap. I've been charged home garage, obviously, and I brought my little needle nose pliers that supposedly You just pull this up. Sometimes they break on their way out, but we don't really care. All right, those nail nose pliers are not doing the trick. I think a plastic wedge will do it though. I just need to get in there. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's breaking. That's fine. Break away, I don't care. And guys, I did try taking all these screws out to lift it up, and you can't. There's hoses attached and everything at the bottom. You'd have to take a lot more apart. All right, this is great. So I'm basically breaking around the edges, so now we might be able to pull it up easier. Really need the right tools for the job. There we go. Sweet. Got it. All right, out with the old and in with the new. You can see here that these little tabs just simply broke out. Honestly, this is like a wear item. Probably have to do this like every couple of years. All right, so now this should just slide right in. Like that. Good. Good. Woohoo! We fixed the McLaren for $1.97, and I bought a Fox Supercars and stuff. Imagine being on a rally and your fuel door's broken. What are you gonna do? Buy a 5-pack from a home decor website. Is another van lover. Look at this right here. Look at the car again. With anything, I have a Trans Am. Arnie has a McLaren, the dealer, and he gets cars from. Great. I know. Free crackle knobs.
The lightning rods. This is a rod out of a 675 LT. This was a special engine that they made more horsepower by lightening the rods. This is a super lightened rod here. It's missing half of it.
You mean lightened by McLaren, or?
Yeah,
okay,
they
this
put
is a
in
factory rod.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a factory rod that they made lighter so that the engine could spin up faster. They had special camshafts that were paired with this. It made a little bit more power than the regular 650 model, but it created a weak point. I mean, even there's an unbroken rod to compare to.
Oh, this is the 675
Yep.
also? Wow.
So you've got a much thicker beam. If you look real close, this rod is not straight. It's got a hook to it. This came out of a 720 core engine that we were going to build. Particle.
In here, we'll hold up the shot. Whoa! Oh, I can't believe we can lift this with just normal lift arms. That gives me hope I can lift it up in my own shop. Look at the underneath of this car. Wow. And we just have little hockey pucks. And we're lifting from here. Okay. All right. I didn't know that. Oh, look at the whole underneath. It's just totally smooth. So cool. You can see the sticker right here where you're supposed to lift it, but this is the carbon fiber tub. That's where we're lifting it from. What is this? Oh, wait, this is just a brake pad sensor that someone zip tied out of the way. Okay, that is definitely not what you want to see on your McLaren, that they're cheap. Ever seen that, Ivan? Why'd they do that?
It may be a pad that doesn't accept it. Those are, I mean, the backing on that's yellow. It might be an EBC yellow.
All right, so then the car was definitely tracked. Actually, the only service history I have in this car was that it was at the McLaren dealer in Chicago for a track prep like 3 years ago. So.
Yeah, I'd say it's about time for brakes too. If you look at the level on this side.
Yeah, it might need some brakes soon. Okay, at least they're not carbon ceramic brakes.
You're missing the majority of your air guide here. There's a portion of this one missing. Those hold it to the ground, evacuates the air from underneath the car, gives you some more downforce.
I gotta say, I mean, I was noticing a little lack of downforce in my Chicago.
We'll get the covers off and then
Do we hear a spark plug yet?
no.
Not yet.
Okay, watch your eyes. We're gonna set it down.
Hey, where's my spark plug? I swear I heard it fall down all the way, I guess. It's in here somewhere. Definitely got a little coolant leak going on.
That is typical. All right, we found some stuff.
Yeah.
A clip.
I'll just put that right here.
And this is your TPMS sensor.
Okay.
Wow, she is dirty. That is the water pump.
It's driven?
She is definitely dripping. We've got a weep hole right here. The top of that plug, when the seals leak, basically it comes out and starts dripping down. So that'll have to be replaced.
All right, so got a little minor water pump leak. How much is this water pump?
I don't do pricing, but it's chain driven off of the crankshaft, so there's a little bit of labor that gets involved in it.
There she is.
Might be hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Okay. We found it. Wow.
She is wedged. I think I'm going to need a little bit of a pry bar action.
I didn't get wedged. Look at that. That's crazy.
Come on, girl.
You can do it, Ivan. Yeah, you did it.
One highly expensive spark plug.
There we go. We'll just put it on the table of carnage. Oh, so this one had a rod failure that just the entire carrier.
Yeah, so you some more soft shields that are typically associated with downpipes.
Okay.
So if you look up there, you got some aftermarket downpipes on there. And might be missing something that goes between the turbo and maybe the flex section.
Ivan, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Downpipes. Wow. No wonder why this thing is so fast. Not that I have anything to compare it to. When I bought this McLaren, that was the first time I'd ever physically touched a McLaren. I've never been in one or anything, but downpipes in a tune, that makes these things pretty fast.
Yeah, you got a little coolant leak.
I don't see any oil leaks.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's relatively dry.
I love the car. $5,000. I just assume everything is a minimum of it. We're here that they had deleted the intake sound generator. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah.
ISGs.
Right. So it would actually pipe noise into the cabin of the car, which is quite amazing because I think it sounds awesome the way it is. So I couldn't imagine. Is it just loud and annoying? Is that why people do it?
No, apparently, so they put a little throttle body on the intake manifold and it opens up at times and allows that noise to go through this pipe. That pipe matches up to like kind of a drum, let's say, that's on the back so it can vibrate. If that starts to leak, then you've got a boost leak and a vacuum leak. So they delete that to, ensure you don't have an issue there.
Okay.
I can definitely see on this side, I don't know about you on your side, but I can see back in there the heat shields for the downpipes. There's only a tube that runs from the one bank to the other. That would normally house a muffler. So it's definitely an aftermarket exhaust.
So they replaced the downpipe, they replaced the whole system basically. Okay.
Oil housing's right here, so if we wanted to do an oil change, now would be the time to do it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's do it then.
Cool. And of course, I came prepared. We have the 0W40 European and a filter. Some people on the internet, it's right up as the filters because one's a D2 and one's a D3. I'm not sure what the difference is. Some people on the internet said one, some people said the other. I don't know. The oil filter is super easy to get to on this. Trying not to get oil everywhere. Engines of McLaren, so.
We'll pull this thing apart and actually do a forensic on it, which will really tell you the condition of the engine. So the best way to really see what's going on in your engine is to cut the filter apart and take a look at what it's trapped.
Yeah, I'm getting nervous now, Ivan.
No need to get nervous. We're all good.
There's plenty of need, Ivan. You just showed me blown up engines galore.
You can get a better look at this when we squeeze the oil out of the filter elements or the pleats. Handy dandy bench vise here. Okay, let's hope we didn't strike gold or copper in this case. So, looks pretty decent. I mean, there's definitely some flakes of stuff here and there. It's not atypical to see this.
Right, in my experience, you pretty much always get that.
When you really start to worry is when you start to see copper. So these small metal flakes that you're seeing here are aluminum or steel. We can tell by running a magnet across there. But when they're a silver color, we're not highly worried about it unless we see a lot. It's the copper stuff that we really worry about.
When I worked at Mercedes, we would do this every so often, and it's really nice having these cartridge filters because on a lot of cars that have the metal oil filter, when you cut that in half, you introduce a lot of metal particles in there as well. You have to be really gentle when you're cutting those open, but these are simple, and we would typically see the same thing. I was interested in this a lot early on in my Mercedes career because there were 10 and 12,000 mile oil change intervals. I thought that was way too long. Closer in this car.
If I'm not mistaken, it's 10,000 miles. 1 year or 10,000 miles.
It's ridiculous. I know a lot of McLaren owners don't drive 10,000 miles in 1 year, but why? Why? You know, you'd think they'd have a McLaren owner conditioned, you know, to spending money on service to where they could tell them, hey, come in every 3,000 miles like the old days and get an oil change. Like, why risk it? I don't get that.
Because they don't want them to last.
And you'll hear my torque wrench click too when it gets there. I'm getting close.
Where's that click? Where's that click?
Click. There it is.
All right. I'm not the only one.
Oil change kits. End up with
It all but makes click noises.
some McLaren oil change kits. We end up with O-rings for these two. Brush washer for this. Looks like what you got is a little bit short. Look at that, we got a little oil leak there. Maybe they didn't replace the brush washer. Proper protection, folks. All the time. Gloves, safety glasses, face masks.
Listen, this is moisturizer, okay?
Yes.
It's free moisturizer. You got 2218 such bad.
Do the other
Gotcha.
drain areas here.
All right, Evan, I need a little moisturizer myself here. Let me get in here. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right. Thanks. It's enough moisturizer.
This plug is actually interesting. It drains two separate ports. So this part goes up top and like also gets drained.
Yeah, this is one of the most interesting drain plugs I've seen. Pretty cool. A little barbell.
These are the turbo drain
the
line.
turbo drain lines.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Wow. There is definitely a lot in there.
Yeah. So oil filter or oil service kit. These are the O-rings for the turbo oil return line.
That's good,
We
y'all.
got our crush washer for the oil drain plug, and then our specialty plug and crush washer.
Oh, you
Oh.
just replace the whole thing.
I think they replaced this because it's a Torx fitting, and they tend to get torqued up pretty tight and wear out over time. So
Okay. I'll have a little souvenir then. Venture to say many people don't change those. Perfect.
you can sit here all day and wait for it to stop dripping, but it's not going to. So we're just going to clean it up, start putting it back together. Click.
All right, so we're tightening up. That is so pretty. I don't know if it gets any better than that. That's a really cool color too. That's the owner. Oh yeah.
So it's not slow. This is what was draining during that time. It seems to slow drain a little bit. So
Oh yeah.
it's not a ton, but it's significant enough where I find it nice to let it finish draining.
One of those why not type of things, you know?
You're doing something else. Click.
They don't mess around here at Cannonball. They're cleaning up and degreasing my under engine panels. This definitely needed it. This is original McLaren dirt. That is some satisfying stuff right there. Wow.
I watched you clean this earlier.
Yeah.
And you can see it's already developed a leak.
Yeah,
This is going to be a sooner rather than later fix.
definitely.
There's your guide. There's your tensioner. Just spring loaded. So on the earlier models, they only had 2 bolts that held this to the water pump. You need to replace it. It'll come with a new sprocket. So make sure to get that. So there's a cover that allows you to access these bolts on the front of the water pump. It's called the gravel water pump.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Wait a minute, I'm missing a lug bolt. What in the world? I never knew that. I've never had these wheels off. Great.
There's a gasket that goes here, and then a second gasket that goes here in the front cover.
Okay.
So that'll allow you to access that. Ball head, 5mm, usually gets to those. You might have to turn the motor over a little bit.
Okay.
To get to all those, but yeah.
But I don't have to. But as far as relieving the tension,
So it's just going to drop down into place. It's going to be a little finicky trying to get it in place.
it'll be just like this. Like you don't have to.
You'll see.
Oh, okay. There we go.
So
okay.
pulling on it or putting something up in there and kind of pushing against the side will allow you to
Okay.
get that lined up.
Not bad. We got little Nissan derived 3.8 liter. Okay, don't mind the tire pressure fault. We still have the thing disconnected. So right now he's adding a little bit more oil. We have to add a little and then start it back up. Add a little, start it back up. Just kind of a procedure here so we don't over or underfill. It's very important on this car.
We have oil in it, new filter, everything's tight. I believe the panels are clean. We'll put stuff back together, and we'll take it outside, warm it up, get it to that.
This is so weird for me because I'm usually doing all the work. So,
Next time.
all right. It may not have had a bolt in there for quite some time, and now it's got a rust buildup on it. Aren't too garbled up. We'll be able to tap them out. Look at this, guys. They use AMS. Linked up. They got all sorts of good AMS oil. Hey, there's a good chance.
We may be successful.
Yay! There's a good chance someone just left the thing out and it just got rusty. Oh, it's golden.
Burnished.
It's good.
Miracle oil that helped us fix
That's right. That's right.
the hole that we had the issue with,
To remember.
so that you know, for future reference. This is the bad one. It torques.
We need to take this off in order to strap it to the dyno. Yeah. And this car has a clean Carfax, no accidents or anything like that, and we can definitely tell from it. And it looks dry. Everything looks good. I don't want to jinx myself, but my eyes were deceiving me here. A 225 wide tire on the 675 LT, and then I just started looking at other McLarens. They're very narrow tires. Like, that's a 235. I guess I'm assuming mine is tire to have a good handling car. Tune and downpipes. What's your estimate for?
And 578 torque.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's got a tune because I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah. You think 650 wheel?
I don't know.
Okay. It shot flames. This is so loud. My ears are broken at this point. Oh, I hope. 599. Yeah, and he brought it up to 79 horsepower, torque 499. Yeah, and he brought it up to about 8,400 RPM. Okay. It shot flames.
I believe it.
You're like, yeah, whatever, Alex. You know what we have on this dyno?
No, it did all right.
Yeah.
It's far less than 650, but it's good.
Yeah. Well, how's AFR?
We don't have the ability to log that currently,
Oh, okay.
so we're kind of flying in the dark. The ability to monitor is being hampered by your OBD2 port right now.
Oh, is it not working?
Yeah, it's not working. I've got M Engineering working on it, trying to get us some information on what's going on, but these earlier cars do have problems with the OBD2 port.
Oh, okay.
So it is a little bit rough down low. This is your torque line, and you can see it's a little bit jagged. I'd love to see that fixed. If we were able to hang torque out, it would definitely make 650 horsepower. But yeah, it pretty much falls off after 400 RPMs.
Yeah.
We can make another couple passes and see if it smooths out at all. That was the first, hard run after an
Staying far, far away. I was in this corner before. It hurts. Definitely need hearing protection, yes. A little less, it's heating up probably.
Very unhappy on the second run.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely made less power on there, but that was just a few minutes later, so it's probably just heating up. 565. Stan's the only one prepared for this McLaren. He's learned from all the other really loud safety first. All right, guys, we're going to call it quits here on the dyno. We're having some OBD2 port issues. Ivan said as he was plugging in his McLaren scan tool, the whole cluster started freaking out and he had to clear out like 90 codes. And I guess that's another common issue with these earlier 12Cs is some of the pins will loosen up in there. So I have to go through that connector and fix it all. So we can't log AFR, and to be honest with you, we don't know who's tuned this car. It looks like it does have a tune in it though, and it's just very jagged, and we don't really like it. So there's just no point to really push it any further right now. But luckily, the Cannonball spec McLaren tunes are some of the best in the entire country. So I think it's best that I replace the water pump, we fix the pins on the OBD2 connector, and then I'll bring it back here and actually have Cannonball tune this car. And we're gonna keep the torque a little bit lower, so you know we don't have a Tavarish situation on our hands where the whole thing just kind of blows up and scatters all over the place. I don't want that. All right, guys, we will be back for inspecting my car, telling me everything I need to do, and I'm glad.
I've got to share this. Are you paying around $140 or more per month?
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of PC Corner. And then we've got nice to really whatever stuff. Yeah, no, the front side looks great. The Asia Horse cable extensions, Zach, you've got me there. I actually just bought a pair myself for another flagship system that you guys are going to see coming up on the channel soon. And that one's going to be a 4090 7800X3D.
What's up, dude? You know, just kind of you know, looking around.
It's a terrible circle. Not the gas mask. I just gotta go, bro. Corey, appreciate the 2-bomb, brother. No way I missed that follow-up. I'm mad about it. Wow, you gotta be that bad at the game, huh? That's crazy. Wow, you gotta be that bad at the game, huh? Crazy, dog.
Huh.
Somebody shouted out. Damn, bro. Bitch. That went down in the water too. Shit. Oh good, we got the zip line coming here. That's good, that's good, that's good. God damn, bro. That riot shielder guy is still alive? Someone needs to put him in fucking timeout, bro. That's a different riot shielder. Now we're ultra screwed, bro. That is a different one. Fucking two of them, bro! Ooh, that's tough. He's got two riot shielders that he has to take care of now. And he went down in the gas. Dude, take the shields out of the fucking game, bro. Dead ass, take the fucking shields out of the game. This is the most pathetic shit I've ever fucking seen in my life. I mean, you are quite literally witnessing the biggest pieces of Call of Duty dog shit to ever walk the fucking earth, bro. Thank God. Thank God. Let's go, buddy. Way to fucking be, bro. Take that dub, bro. Take that dub.